When that estate is when the paperwork is filed and people are reaching out to the executor or the personal representative at this point, right? They're not appointed yet. Um, they're pitching basically, hey, look, I can offer you a cash offer. This is quick. You can sell it as is. Don't worry about anything, and you don't have to pay any commissions, right? That's a big selling point. You don't have to pay any commissions, right? But the reality, and I'm sharing this because I know other attorneys are gonna, because I'm gonna have, of course, we love you. We want you to be an exclusive guest, and actually I would like to, if you have time at some point, I'd love to have you back on, because Eric, I really like you personally, so I'd love to have you back on. Maybe we can have, even a third person on. We can have a three-way conversation.
It'd be a pleasure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But what I'm getting at here is that I'm not sure exactly how all of the personal representatives take this communication, but I want to share a little bit about how I see it as a real estate broker. I'm kind of hardwired from a business point of view to really help my client get the most amount of money and the best terms for the client. That's just what we do. That's the business model. That's what it's about. Okay, and I think most real estate agents would agree. But here's the thing, though. Here's what's kind of interesting. So if I just take the investor side, right? They have no duty to the personal representative. They have no duty to them. We want people to be nice and honest. Okay, but they don't have the same kind of obligation I have to be fair and honest to the public, right? So they're just doing their thing and they're just trying to get it at bottom dollar, right? Now they say no commissions, all of this, but the reality is that those offers typically are like 60%, 70% below market value. And the general public generally knows very little about real estate. That's something I've learned as a real estate broker. I started real estate in 2017. Admittedly, I didn't know a lot about real estate when I started. I mean, I'd like to think I'm an expert now after so many years and now being a broker. But the general public, I mean, I just kind of think like, what did I know when I started real estate? I mean, it was so little. I mean, the general public probably knows even less. Granted, there are some sophisticated people out there, but it's not the majority in my opinion. So they get all in love with this no commission idea, but it's like I tell them, I go, look, I mean, even after paying my commission, you're still going to be making way, way more money. But also, here's the other part that I think is important, and I'd like you to opine on this, is that the executor and administrator has a fiduciary duty to the estate, to the heirs, right? They have really kind of this sacred responsibility. And it's my view, and I actually believe in this very strongly, unless you have the house on the open market to allow all buyers and sellers the opportunity to see that property for sale and then allow it to command its value, you really haven't done your job. That's how I see it. Maybe you would disagree. I'm very open to your opinion on this. I think there are some situations where the property might be in really bad shape, disrepair. But as a real estate broker, I've sold everything. I've sold houses where I could see the stars at night from inside the house, and I was able to get them more money than an investor would offer them. So one of the things I tell people I'm talking to is that they have these offers and they think it's special. They think that there's something special about their property because they got this offer from someone, and they don't realize a lot of times that these are just like literal like offer mills. There's actually people, they're in the Philippines, they're in other countries, and they're trained to make these offers, and they're just sending them out. Now with AI, there's automated systems sending these out. So there's nothing special about a cash offer at all. And so and by the way, this is one other thing, Eric, is that a lot of times these investors, they're actually not the end buyer. They're a wholesaler. They're just basically putting them under contract, and then they're trying to assign that contract to someone else. And a lot of times they don't have the buyer lined up. They're wasting time, right? Where they could have got the property on the market and sold in, a fraction of the time. So